Hi, I'm Cheryl. We're going to be making this card today with the fashion lady from the Beautiful You stamp set and this wild leopard print on the card. So let me go over what we're going to need today. Oh, and the inside says Happy Birthday Gorgeous, and it's got a little leopard print inside too. So we're going to need some basic black cardstock. We need a piece that's 8.5 by 5.5. We need a piece of Sahara Sand that's 5.5 by 4.25. Another piece that's, let's see, oh, I didn't write it down. So that's 5 by 3.75. That will be on the inside of the card. We need a piece of basic black that's 5.5 by 4.25. And then you'll need 2 smaller pieces of both the Sahara Sand and the basic black. The Sahara Sand, each of them you'll need a piece about 2.5 by 3.5, and we're going to cut the ovals out of that. We'll be using the layering ovals framelit dies, and we're using the second to the largest, which is this one for the black, and then the third from the largest, which is this one from the Sahara Sand. Now I've already done that. I'm not going to make you watch me die cut. So of course we need the Beautiful You stamp set, and we'll need an Aqua Painter. We'll need a basic black marker. We need a Sahara Sand ink, our multi-purpose Tombow glue, some Stampin dimensionals, and I used this beautiful dotted lace. Let me put this against the black. This is on clearance right now, and this is the Tip Top Taupe color. So if you really love this lace, then get it very soon, because when things hit clearance, once they're gone, they're gone. But if you have other lace at home you'd rather use, that's fine. You could use a white or an ivory colored lace just as easily. And we'll need a piece of about 8 inches long of that. And then I have some satin ribbon. I used the red, and that also you'll need a piece about 8 inches long. Okay, and on my original card I used this designer series paper stack. It's Go Wild. So if you have it already, then you can just use the leopard print, but this has been discontinued. So I'm going to show you how to make your own leopard print. So we're going to bring in the larger rectangle of the Sahara Sand. We're going to use our Sahara Sand ink, and because this will be our top corner here. I'm not going to go all the way across the page, so I'm just going to make a little line here just to remind myself I don't need to do this corner. We're going to be cutting that off a little later. So take your Aqua Painter and keep a paper towel handy, because we don't want this very wet. We want just a little wet. So I do need to wet it, and then I'll wipe it off. And oh darn, I opened this all the way. I don't need it open all the way. Let me give that a squeeze there. Get some ink on the lid. Okay, there we go. That's what we want. We want our little puddle of ink there. And we're just going to go and pick that up with our Aqua Painter, and we're just going to make random blobs. And you don't want them all perfectly round. You want them to be kind of odd shaped. We're just going to randomly put them all over. These are the centers of our spots. And if you need to turn your paper to keep from getting too lined up, and that's the tendency, get them all lined up in a row. And we don't want to do that. We want them random. Let's see, put one right there, I think. Have a couple go off the edge. Okay, so now we have all of our little random blobs all over. And clean our marker, or clean our painter out. There we go. Alright, so now let me give you a little close-up here. You see how I've done that? It's like a whole bunch of little blobby amoebas all over my page. So we're done with the Sahara Sand for the moment. And we'll take our marker, and we're going to be using the end. It's got the wide band on it, and it has the pointy tip like this. Okay? The other end looks like this, and that's for doing fine lines. We're not going to use that end. We want the painterly one. Alright, and then just like on our paper here, we're just going to do random, oddly shaped lines around our blobs, and a couple in, just plain black in between. So let's get started on that. Normally when I do a background paper like this, I might do the whole page, but because of the time constraints with doing the video, I'm just going to do part of it, just the part we need. And as you do that, if you use just the tip, you can get a finer line, press down on it, and you can get a bigger line. And we want some of them almost all the way around, some partially, maybe one, or make some that have just on one side. Just whatever you feel like. Just don't do them all the same. You want them different. add some little bits that are just black in between. Let's see, just anywhere you think you need a little bit something extra, just do a little squiggly mark. There we go, and I think that's enough. And there we go. We got a nice little leopard print going there. And while we're doing this, let's do the corners on the inside of the card too. Get the Aqua Painter back out here. Looks like I still have enough ink left. We'll just do a couple little blobs up in the corners. And down in the lower corner here. Oh, maybe I do need a little more ink. Just close that up, give it a squeeze again. There, now I've got plenty. Let me get a little more color in that one. They were getting a little pale. But yeah, it's a shame they discontinued this paper. I really like it. I still have it around because, well, I'm a hoarder. I never use any of my craft supplies. That's my thing for the New Year's. I'm using my stuff. No more of this. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to keep it forever. Okay, so now we'll do our little things around. Black mark over there. This is really not very hard. I guess the hardest part is really to do it random. There we go. So now we've got the inside done also. And while we have that out, you know what? I forgot to say we need Memento ink. Because we need that to stamp the our sentiment inside. And we need it to stamp our fashion lady. I guess we could have colored it in with the marker, but why? Alright, so we'll stamp that. And then we truly will be done with the inside of the card. And since we're stamping, let's bring our little Sahara Sand oval in. And we'll get our fashion lady inked up and stamp her also. And we get her centered in the oval as best we can. And straight down. And straight up. Okay, so she's done. We've got her stamping out of the way. Now we're going to cut this. And this is quite a treat for me because I can bring in my trimmer and actually use it on my table. You don't know, I have so much room to work on, and I always have just all cluttered up with things. I usually end up using my stamping trimmer on my lap. So we just want to line that up down in the little groove. There's a little groove in the center here. You want each of your corners to be right lined up with that groove. Oh, let me get that out of the way. That's our that's for scoring. The dark colored one is for cutting. And we're just going to cut that right there on the diagonal, and then this will be a scrap piece. Get rid of this trimmer, and we will bring in our piece of basic black that's 5.5 by 4 1/4. And take our Tombow glue. And glue our leopard print right there in that top corner. Okay, and then while we're gluing, let's bring in our card base, which is basic black also. And we'll put the inside of our card in. The whole time I'm working on this card, I'm thinking of that song. Oh, I don't even know who sings it or what the song's name is, because, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. I'm not even going to try to sing it for you. You'll never watch another of my videos again if I try to sing it. Okay, so now we're going to put our ribbon down, and I'm just going to run a line of Tombow glue just along the edge of our leopard print, and we'll put that down like that. Got a little extra there. Oop, get down there. Oop, I'm sticking to the card. Ha! I may become part of this card. And then we'll put our ribbon down on top. And this is very hard with sticky fingers, let me tell you. There we go. Alright, I'm going to set that aside just for a second. I'm going to let the Tombow glue just dry a little bit. And let's see. I got my paper towel here. I think I'll wipe my fingers off. Because, wow, that Tombow glue is really sticky stuff. So then while we're waiting for that to set up a little bit, we'll put these pieces together. And we'll center that right on the larger black oval. Have about 1/8 of an inch showing all around. Our nice fashion lady is all set. Now, hope that's set up enough. Nope, it's not. Oh, poo. Oh well. We'll just muddle on through here. You know what? I'm going to get my snail out. I'm going to snail it on the back, since we seem to have a problem with our Tombow drying on us. And we put a good amount of Tombow glue back here. And we're going to fold our pieces over. Fold our lace over. And then put a little more Tombow right there. And fold our ribbon over. Okay, stick that down real well. The same on this side. Fold our lace over. And put a little more snail right there where the ribbon's going to go. It's going to fold. We'll fold our ribbon. And we'll see what's going on this side. Okay, everything looks good on this side. And we'll get a nice sharp pair of scissors and just trim off the excess, whatever is showing. Oh, get up there. There we go. And trim it on this side. This one little corner here is just giving me a terribly hard time. I'm going to put, maybe I didn't get, there we go. Now I know I've got enough snail there. There. It's going to stick now. Okay. So while we're on the back, run snail. And run it right over your lace and your ribbon. That way it's going to be stuck from two sides and you won't have to worry about that coming out. Alright, open our card, make sure we have it oriented the right way. And this is going to cover the entire card front. So just the whole front of the card. There we go. Then our little fashion lady oval will get popped up. We'll give her some Stampin' dimensionals on the back. And I think I'll put one in the middle there just to make sure it stays up. Don't want her to be saggy in the middle. Peel these all off. And we'll put her right here in the middle of the card. Centering her side to side and from top to bottom. And there we go. There's our wild card. So, I hope you liked my video. If you'd like to see some more of them, then hit the subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to shop with me, then you can do that either through my Facebook page or my website. And as always, I'll have all of my materials listed below. So y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.